I was called Dorothy Mann, M-A-N, and I was born on the 1st of November 1933 in Wellington Street at number 1. Standing with your back to the river, looking down Wellington Street, there were a malt kiln and a kiln on either side of the street. On the left-hand side was the row of houses where I lived, and they were sort of kitchen and scullery houses, the better houses in the street at that time. And I lived, as I say, I lived there until I married Derek in 1954. Oh. There were 6 houses in the row where I lived, and after that on the left-hand side was houses with little yards, just one up and one downs.
I gather the malt kiln that you lived opposite ended with a disaster. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, it was late one night when Derek, who is now my husband, had been visiting, and he went home, and shortly afterwards I was getting ready for bed and heard a noise outside, went up to my parents' bedroom where they had woken up because they were right opposite, looked out of the window to find that the window pane was quite hot and the malt kiln opposite was on fire. It was just slightly to the right, a little way up the street. Of course, we made quite a good audience for the firemen who came to put us out. They were rushing pipes around and water all over the place. So, yes, it was.
And did they save it, or was it completely burnt out?
No, it was. I think it was lost completely. I don't think it ever worked again as a malt kiln. The man who lived in. I lived at number 1, hit number 5. He was the foreman at the malt kiln, so it was right opposite his house, and he was out there sort of. He's lost his job overnight, actually.
Do you have any particular memories of Christ Church School?
Oh yes, it was a nice little school. It had as you went through there was a cloakroom block as you walked towards the school, and the one on the left was the girls' cloakroom. As you walked in there, on the left was a lovely little nursery with a big fire and a big iron fire guard around it, where we used to put the milk to warm, the morning milk. And then there was a hall which was divided into 2 by a curtain, and there was one class going on at one side of the curtain and one class going on at the other.
You were going to Sunday school, presumably?
Oh yes, yes. And then we very quickly went into the church, into the to the church services. And I loved the church. I loved the language and the reading and I don't know, still do.
You went into the choir, I seem to remember.
Yes, I was about 15, I think, when I went into the choir. It was the church at Christ Church. The church was just men and women, no boys. So it was quite a good choir. But we used to practice hymns, and then we used to walk around the parish with the banner, the Sunday school banner. And then on Whit Monday we had a Sunday school treat, which we were taken out on a horse and cart to a field somewhere. It wasn't all that far, out Bretton way, I think. We went on the man at the top of the road. Wild's cart. The horse and cart used to go. We used to all sit on the horse and cart and go out to Bretton to a field and have a treat, tea, sandwiches and cakes and things.